Hi everybody, it's a great morning. Today is the second last day of February. I am happy to be speaking to you today. My name is Aubrey Mavuli. I'm the author of Marketing Sense and Success is Do It Yourself. I've just wanted to reiterate something. I'm not sure if I have explained it the way I want to explain it now. So many people set goals at the beginning of the year, and it's easy to set a goal for losing your weight, for weight loss. It's easy to set a goal for making a certain amount of money. It's easy to set a goal for achieving a certain objective in your life. But I want to emphasize something that probably I have not re-emphasized before, that when you have set a goal that is higher than yourself, you really need to understand something, that your self-image will limit you if it doesn't grow to the level of your goal. I'll give you a simple example. You set a goal to achieve a certain amount of money or to earn a certain amount of money in a year, and you are thinking at a lower level than the goal that you have set for yourself. You will not earn the money. By the way, none of us makes money unless we work at the mint. So you will not earn money. I think I want to emphasize as well that money is earned, money is not made. Unless you work at the mint, of course, yes, then you can be printing money and you can be making the coins. The rest of us, we have to earn the money. So you set a goal to earn a certain amount of money. When you have set that goal, let's say the goal was to earn 100,000 in a year, 6 figures, and then you are thinking at 30,000. Your actions are at 30,000. You will not earn it. So what you need to do is you need to be able to grow first your own self-image, your own belief in your head, so that it exceeds or is at the level of the goal. Therefore, it will become doable for you to be able to earn that goal that you have set for yourself. This is because you don't get what you want, but you get who you are. You really need to understand that. So if I'm earning 30,000 in a year and I want to earn 6 figures, 100,000 in a year, I really have to grow to the level of 100,000 in a year, $100,000 in a year. I'm talking about dollars here. So if you don't grow to that level, your self-image is basically who you say you are, what you think you are, what you say to yourself. So if you think you are an unlucky person, you are a poor person, things don't always go your way, guess what? What you think about most of the time is what you get most of the time, right? So why is this important? Because what you think about most of the time and what you say about yourself most of the time becomes a belief, and you really need to be careful what you say to yourself and what you think about yourself, because what you think about most of the time and what you say to yourself most of the time becomes a belief. And here is the value or the importance of belief. According to the Bible, Christ clearly states that according to your faith will it be done unto you. It's very clear that you get what you believe in. So if you believe that you are unlucky, guess what? That's what you get. Even if you go to the book of Numbers, the children of Israel, they were complaining to Moses, and God says to Moses, you know what, tell them, as surely as I live, that I'll do unto them as I have heard them say. So God is ready to do unto you what you are saying to him about yourself. So don't live a life of complaining, and don't belittle yourself. Don't joke about how poor you are. Don't joke about how much you are in bad shape. Really, what you say, God says, I'm listening. But I want you to understand the value of belief. First, because you'll be given unto you according to your faith. But also, belief is important for another reason. The reason is your belief, your self-image will determine the habitual actions that you take. And your results are a function of the habits or the action that you consistently and frequently take. So, if you want to change your results in this life, you gotta change your habits. But you can't change your habits by your will alone. You have to change your habits by making sure you change your belief. So the question then that people ask me is, how then do I change my belief? You change your belief with a repetition. What you consistently tell yourself is going to become your belief. What you consistently think about becomes your belief. So if you are thinking that you're going to be great, if you are thinking that you're going to be awesome, if you are thinking that you're going to be healed, if you are thinking that, you know what, I'm going to make it in this life, usually you will make it. Because according to your faith, and your faith comes as a result of what you constantly hear. In the Bible it says that faith cometh by hearing, and by hearing the word of God. So the God kind of faith comes by hearing the word of God. And I want you to understand that when it comes to faith for anything in life, you know what? It doesn't matter whether you are a believer in what I believe. I'm a Christian, and that should be known. But if you are not a Christian and you still continuously tell yourself that you are good enough, you know what? You will be good enough. You know why? It's because that's what you tell yourself. And this is not limited to Christian faith. That, you know what, we know of people that are not Christians that are rich. We know of people that are not Christians that have been healed of all sorts of diseases. We know of people that are not Christians that have obtained a certain level of success and wealth. But what is the difference? What really makes that difference? The difference comes in what you consistently tell yourself. It becomes an affirmation. And your affirmation is something that you consistently think about, and something that you consistently say to yourself. And if you say to yourself, you are this type of a person, you first have to become it before you obtain it. You first have to become it before you obtain it. So I'll give you a good example with regards to what happened with my kids at the beginning of the year. Every 1st of January, we sit down and we come up with goals. And I say to my kids, why don't you set a goal for your education to become the top student in your class? And these are kids that had done well in terms of their education, but they were not at the top of the class. So they had got prizes here and there, but that was about it. They were not at the top of the class. So I say to them, you know what, why don't you set a goal to become the best student in your class? And you know what they say to me? They say, Daddy, some of the guys in our class are very sharp. So I asked them this question: when did you realize that you were not so sharp? And then I realized that this is really true, what they say, that this your self-image will limit what you can be able to attain. When they looked at themselves, they said we were not good enough. They said that maybe we are not as intelligent as the other guys. That is called self-image. So I say to them, then work on growing your self-image. When the self-image grows, you will be able to attain any goal that you have set for yourself. Your self-image, if it remains at a lower level than the goal is unattainable. So I've heard some people saying, you know what, if you set a goal to make $1 million, you must make $1 million look small. It's exactly the same thing. I'll give you a clear example. When you are in grade 7 and someone else is in grade 10, And when you are in grade 7 and I say to yourself, can you do a mathematical problem for grade 10? You will say that that's not your level. You will not attempt it. And even if you attempted it, you try it once and then you quit. You say it's not for your level. But reverse this. Imagine you were in grade 10 and then I give you a grade 7 maths problem. What's going to happen? You're going to eagerly attempt it. Why? It's because you think the problem is at a lower level and your self-image is telling you are at a higher level, which is grade 10. But then, does that mean that every grade 7 problem you can get it right if you're in grade 10? Not necessarily. But what does that do to what you do? What it does is that you are able to eagerly attempt it. Why you want to eagerly attempt it? It's because you believe that you are at a higher level than the problem that you have been given. So that's what you need to do with your goals. You need to grow your belief, your self-image to a higher level than the goal that you have set yourself, so that the goal becomes too small. The goal becomes at the same level as you. So if you grow your self-image, I can tell you this, you will be able to reach any goal that you have set for yourself. That was my message for you today. My name is Aubrey Mavuli. I'm the author of Success is Do It Yourself and Marketing Sense. I'm glad to have had this this talk with you. I hope you have set your goals, you have written them down, and I hope you are rearing to go to make sure that your goals become attainable. In summary, this is what you need to do. You need to grow your self-belief. You need to grow your self-image so that your goal becomes doable, your goal becomes smaller, so that you can be able to attain it. But how do you change your belief? It's what you consistently tell yourself and what you consistently think about. So see you in the next video. It was awesome to be with you today.